Multiple governments across the world have started evacuating their citizens from the Hubei province in China. Around 16 countries have now reported cases of the virus, and pressure is only mounting on the World Health Organization to declare this a global health emergency. The WHO has asked all countries to remain on high alert. The body's panel of international experts are scheduled to meet later today and re-evaluate the situation. WHO also praised the efforts by China to try and curb the outbreak. WHO's Director General expressed his regret for not gauging the threat from the virus initially.
During our trip to China, we were very impressed with the level of engagement of the Chinese government at all levels. Personally, I think myself and the Director General have never seen the scale, commitment of an epidemic response at this level, in terms of all of government involvement across all of the different arms of government, with tremendous support being poured into Wuhan and Hubei from the central government, with a highly organised emergency management structure.
Meanwhile, as the countries race against time to evacuate their citizens from China, many Russian nationals crossed over to Russia's Far East via a temporary corridor at the Hai checkpoint. Those who arrived in Russia were examined by the doctors. None of them showed signs of the virus. Japan evacuated more than 400 Japanese from China on 2 separate flights. Out of them, 3 have tested positive for the coronavirus. The government there is now planning a third airlift to bring back 200 more citizens. The U.S. aircraft carrying American citizens from Wuhan also touched down in Southern California. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention cleared the 210 citizens on board. They will continue to be observed for any developing symptoms. Canada is also preparing to evacuate its citizens. The country's foreign minister said the country was in the process of obtaining diplomatic permission for the airlift. Britain also is going to airlift its citizens. The government announced that the evacuees will be kept under quarantine for a period of 14 days. New Zealand has announced plans as well. An aircraft with a capacity of 300 will fly from Wuhan to New Zealand. So far, New Zealand has not reported a single case of coronavirus. In Saudi Arabia, passengers arriving from China were screened using thermal scanners. 2,500 passengers have been thermally screened directly by the Ministry of Health through the gates over the last 10 days. Major air carriers have suspended their flights to Chinese cities after British Airways. Canada's national carrier has also announced stopping its flights to Shanghai and Beijing. Those operations will be halted. Finland has also confirmed its first case of the disease. The patient has been identified as a Chinese traveler from Wuhan. Both the Philippines and India have also confirmed their first cases. The number of cases in France has now risen to 5. In Japan, the number stands at 11. Australia has come under some criticism, though, for keeping the coronavirus-infected patients in a detention centre in an area which is called Christmas Island. It lies south of the main city area there.